Oh, and we are live. What's going on, y'all? Hey, look, sorry about the delay, but you know, when the kids get home from school, man, you gotta cook, you gotta fix them the food and stuff, man. So I had to go ahead and cook food. You know me, I starve until 2 p.m. I fast. And recently, I've been doing this thing where I'm, looking into not really eating or drinking anything prior to 12 p.m. And then at 12 p.m. That's when I go ahead and I start drinking water. And then at 2 p.m., that's when I start eating. Let's get this party started right. Look, you know how we do. Shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. I appreciate y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, none of this would be possible. I'd probably sit in the house right now, watching some TV or something, working out. But instead, I gave it some deep thought about what should the subject matter be today. I decided to keep walking down this way because my normal spot is being, occupied by some woman and her kid, and I just really don't feel like talking right now. I'm trying to get my videos done. I ain't got time for the Matrix, popping random people up in my spots. But all right, as you guys pour into me with the likes, the shares, and the comments, allow me to pour into you guys with these dope ass videos. Now look, you guys are doing amazing with the liking, the sharing, and the commenting. We're spreading like wildfire across the internet. And I'm not going to really ask you to do any more because I don't think you can. I think y'all got it. If you like, share it to Facebook like you've been doing, like some of y'all been doing. If more like to do it, that'd be great. I have also started sharing to all 3 of my Facebook accounts and not just one. So we're all sharing alike. All right, you see the subject matter. I've been waiting to talk about this. I wanted to build up a little bit of a base because these are the lame ass losers I used to work with that didn't believe in me, used to laugh and everything. So I want to have a little bit of a base before I actually start talking about these goobers. And you're dealing with the same type of coworker, okay? These coworkers, man, they live for their job. And I say that because these coworkers, you can tell they're not taking care of themselves. They're always out of shape. They look like the kind of people like a Bert and Ernie, like a couple cartoon characters. They look like a whole cartoon character. You couldn't even imagine seeing these people during the daylight hours outside of the job. Like they look like something that's made for the job. The clothes they wear look like the type of stuff that you get off the shelf at Walmart that you're just getting, to get the job done. I mean, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying with these guys making well over $100,000 a year and not caring about their appearance or their health, looks like they just sit around eating chips and Debbie cakes, you know what I'm saying? Like the doggone cream from the Debbie cakes coming out the pores. As you can tell, I've been waiting to get in that ass about these goofies. My profession is engineering. So you know what that means. I'm in an office all day long, dealing with a bunch of goofies in cubicles, a bunch of antisocial people that don't know how to interact with anyone else. So when they get somebody like me, somebody normal, they try to tear you apart in there, man. I'm like, wait a minute, this dude ain't a regular nerd. He's not a regular nerd. He looks like he can get women. He looks like he can get along with people, and they attack you as such. They try to question and see, if you know what you know. So you got to deal with that kind of scrutiny, Then you got to deal with them just like, man, this guy looks good. So I got to say something to him. Let me step over here. It's so busy out here, man. This is why I don't go up this road. I go down the other roads because there's just so much traffic on this little back. This is not even a back road. This is a back road off a back road. And this back road is more busy than the regular back road. Man, look at this. Look at this. Another one. I didn't even know there's any houses down this way, man. Yeah, you know what? Nah, I'm going to go back down this way, man. We're gonna find somewhere else to walk at. I don't like all this narrow-ass road, too much stuff going on. Messing up my energy, messing up my flow. Yeah, so, I was like a regular looking guy. They thought that I just got in there because of my pretty face. I don't know. I've done more in my life than those goofy nerds have, right? But since I didn't look like one of them, I didn't carry myself with low self-esteem. You know, I held my head up high, looked good walking in there. You know what I'm saying? I carry my, look, man, I put pride in whatever I do. My work clothes was dope. They weren't like cheap, extra cheap stuff. My work clothes were dope. My, you know what I'm saying? I made sure I had real nice work shoes. You know, by the time I was a trendsetter, by the time I left that place, everybody was dressing like me, man. You know, they had drained me so much, I couldn't even, between my ex who was draining me at home, these guys that were draining me at work, I felt like a robot. And I mean, you stay there because they're paying you well. And in your IT, you know, you're doing engineering, everything's a script. You know, but you're just like, man, I really don't want to deal with having to go into a job that I can't stand and deal with a bunch of people that I don't like. You know, I'm tired of it, man. Tired of it. You know, so I kept going in anyway because, you know, when you're making like over $100,000 a year, it's like really easy for you to keep going into a job you hate. You know, but when you get to the point where everybody in that job, you get tired of looking at them, everybody in that job copying you, they start talking like me, using the same slang as me. And then these two right here, see, it's those copycats. See, I gotta make a couple of different videos. There's those copycatting coworkers that make it obvious that they're copying you, that they're inspired by you. And then there's these covert, nerdy, you know, kind that are always trying to put you down, got something smart to say, but they're always copying you anyway. Now I'm just setting the base for this. I'm probably gonna need to make another video, a sequel to it. But I wanted to let you know the kind of people that you're dealing with, right? They act like they come into work in a bad mood. They act like, you know, the job is doing them a favor by them working there, right? They low-key compete with you all the time, whether they tell you or not. They low-key compete with you. They low-key brag about the properties they own, right? Because they have nothing else going for them. They look like shit. They smell like shit. They dress like shit. So the only thing they can talk about is, I got this much land and I have this much property. Who gives a damn? Go to your property. Be on your property. Stop torturing us with the way you look. Like a whole cartoon character, you have no pride in your appearance. You don't even look like you bathe. But you talking about your properties? Come on, y'all goofies, man. You know, so that's just the base of what you're dealing with, man. Just let you guys know. Now let's talk about the 10 ways you can beat these Bert and Ernie goofy ass coworkers. Bert and Ernie looking people, cartoon character looking people. Okay, first thing you can do to beat them is move in silence, obviously. That's what's saying in the title. When they ask you questions, because that's what they do, they come into work in a bad mood, their energy follows them when they sit down, and then for some weird reason, they'll eventually, after they've done giggled and whispered to themselves, you can say to David, and then they'll be like, hey, David, and you're like, oh, here we go. Hey, what is it, Barry? You know, let's stop calling them about. Let's say Bert and Ernie. What is it, Bert? You know, hey, I see you put a new YouTube video up. Yeah, I did, Bert. What is it? Hey, I see in that video that you da. Okay, Bert, I got it. What is it, Bert? Yeah, get to the point, Bert. They got some stupid, passive aggressive, what they think is a smart ass remark to whatever you got going in your life, and they take them forever to get it out. And then, like I said, these are tag team and partners in this stuff. It's a group. It's not like it's one person. It's a tag team of at least 1 to 2 to 3 of these goofy narcissists who have no life, and they come into work and make work their life. And I'm telling you, man, it's more like, sorry, y'all. It's more like these people, their coworkers are their work wives and husbands. Whether they're male or female, it don't even matter, because they go on breaks together, damn near holding hands. You know, they're catching up with each other when they get back into work, like they couldn't wait to get back into work and talk to each other again. I feel sorry for their wives. These two men are sitting here talking and they can't wait. And that's why when they get in there and they take a smoke breaks and come back in and get ready to say some real smart, passive aggressive stuff, never have the guts enough to say the stuff directly. It's always some low vibrational, low tone, you know, because the fact that they can't even talk, you know, loud shows you already, you know, that they're on some low vibe stuff. But then they always got something negative to say. And it's always some passive aggressive, smart remark to your life and your lifestyle. That's none of their business. So they're already gaslighting you as soon as the conversation starts. It doesn't even matter what they're saying at that point because they've already started and framed the conversation wrong. So, see, I used to defeat these guys so much. They didn't really bother me too much, but they were copying me. One of them started his YouTube channel, started copying me on there. These guys were in their late 40s and 50s. The dude started a YouTube channel at like 50, 52 or something like that. Just started copying me. Now, I did go to him. He was a photographer. So I did go to him and figure out, like, you know, ask him questions. But I give people props where their props would do. I said, hey, man, you know, you're really good with camera, da-da-da-da-da. This guy on his YouTube, now I was big with drones at the time. I'm the one that started the whole drone thing at the job. This guy gets a drone. Instead of, like, I wanted to collab with him. Instead of collabing together, since we talk about everything anyway, this is where I first realized that there's people that will just talk to you about whatever you're doing to drain whatever it is that you're trying to do and get information. This is way back in that picture I posted like 5 or 6 years ago. And I was trying to collabo with him, but he wouldn't collabo. But he figured out I would tell him everything I did with my drone. And then he went and bought a drone and did everything I said. Right? And then, you know, I felt like he was competing with me. But he never, you know what I'm saying? I never confronted him about it. And then he finally just came out and said it one day. He was competing with somebody else too. And they stopped doing YouTube. And he was like, okay, I guess it's just me and you now. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, like, yeah, I guess we're competing. I'm like, no, we're not. I don't know where you get that from. So he had decided in his head, that this is what they do. This is how I know he's a narc. He decided to compete with me on his own without me agreeing to it, without me knowing. He decided he's going to compete with me. This is what they do. See, you're competing with yourself or no one at all. You never compete with other people. But they're competing with you whether you know it or not. They're competing with you all the time. So when he tried to tell me he's competing with me, I told him straight up to his face, no, you're not. You're competing with yourself. You can try to compete with me, but I'm competing with myself. You can't do me. So you confront them if they ever have the guts enough to say something to you like that directly to your face, they're competing with you, then you say something to them directly like, no, you're not. You're lame. You're not competing with anybody. Prepare for gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? Prepare yourself for gaslighting. You know you're going to go to work. You know they're going to say something stupid that's politic related. They're going to try to lure you in with some material that they've researched to the ends of earth on the internet about. Drag you in with some stupid kind of gaslighting technique. Once you're in, then they're going to start dumping all this information they've gathered as if they're smart. Now, they're so smart that they're overweight, not taking care of themselves, got a little bit of property and things. But you're so smart, you're not trying to live very long. So I guess you're trying to be really smart for a short period of time on this planet. I don't want to hear that kind of gaslighting, right? So even back then, I knew like they're going to start up something and try to lure me in. So I would not even entertain it. And if I did, I'd put on a whole show for the entire office to see me joning on these 2 people or 3 people, because it'd be those 2 main ones. And then they'd have their flying monkey sitting around them too. Y'all know how these office jobs work. These are the night shift goofballs, right? They thought they can come in on night shift and just, I don't know who these people think they are, man. They are the goofiest people. They are goofies, man. They are so stupid looking and goofy. But like I said, prepare yourself with ammunition, meaning you ain't got to look far. You ain't got to go through the social media. Just look at them and how they talk. So whenever one of these goofies finally work up the nerve enough to come at you, which they will, because that's what narcissists do when they see someone that they see is confident and that they for some reason admire, they'll go at them. You'll already have ammunition for them. I always had ammunition for these goofies because looking at them and their appearance alone gave me plenty of material. Then knowing how they talked and just talking to them a little bit, so when they finally came at me, I had ammunition for them, man. Know that they're stalking you and clowning you when you're not at work. They're doing this, period. Don't think that they're not. They're doing it, period. When I got fired from that job, best believe they were all like, yeah, I knew he was going to. Yeah, that dude, da, 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 da. They have no idea what I was dealing with at home. The fact that I kept it together that long, and by the time I got him fired, man, I gave up on the shit. I was tired of working there anyway. Truth be told, you know what I'm saying? Truth be told, and then I hustled after that. So it ain't even like, nah, man, I made that move. But these losers were celebrating and thought it was something great, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, he finally got fired, ooh, laughing and talking and all that. They were doing all that behind my back, man. And the only reason I'm making this video is because I'm noticing them watching me on TikTok. I'm noticing them watching me on TikTok. Now, I've been far removed from that job over 3 years. and they're still watching me on TikTok. Nobody has my number, but they're watching me on TikTok. And on TikTok, it shows you who watches you. So I can see their names. I can see their avatars. I know who it is. I'm just like, I thought these people, all right, we're going to make a video about them then. You want to come back from the past? You can't get enough of me? We'll make a video about y'all asses then. How about that? These jokers watching me on TikTok couldn't stand me while I was there. At least made it seem that way. Try to make it seem like I know what man, stop it, man. Goofy as hell. Boy, don't fall for any of these gaslighting attempts. I'm telling you, and when I say gaslighting attempts, that means pretty much anything out of their mouth that's not, hey, would you like this, or can I do that? Anything else is a gaslighting attempt. Do not fall for it. Don't listen to it. And they watch you all the time. They go into their job, if you have social media, and they either get caught up with each other on how they're watching you, or they watch you together at their job. I'm trying to tell you, these people have work husbands and wives, and sometimes it's the same gender. It doesn't matter. They're not sleeping with nobody, but they can't wait to get to work to talk to their spouse about whatever it is that's going on with you. Don't talk these haters. Yep. Don't converse with these people. Yeah, don't converse with these people. Keep your interaction with them short. Don't converse with them. If you're feeling like kind of shadowy and you just want to, you know what I'm saying, debate, go ahead. They're going to have all of the political talking points lined up, all the social talking points lined up, all the international, global, all that stuff lined up ready for your ass. So, because that's all they do is sit around and watch TV all the time. I keep telling you, that's all narcs do. They sit around and watch what's trending TV, so they can have a bunch of stupid-ass talking points, and that's all that they do is just have talking points. It's all talking points. It's all circle talk talking points. It's just all to get you worked up. There's no point in it, and at the end of it, you feel frustrated while they go on a smoke break feeling relieved. They just narked off on you. Disrespectful. Yeah, we're about to close it up here. We're finishing it up. Like I said, there's always like 2 or 3 deep. It's never one. They should be focused on their health. You know what I'm saying? Which is something you can bring up. I'm telling you, man, these people are always unhealthy. It's never healthy looking people. Not when it's a group of narcs. Maybe an individual narc at the job, like a boss or something. But even them, most of the time, it's like a couple of them. They feel strength in numbers, like a bunch of goofy dogs. You know what I'm saying? When they finally work up the nerve to say something to you, because one of them will, it'll be in a group setting. So when they work up the nerve to say something to you, you put them in the dirt. You put them in the dirt verbally. You put them in the dirt in front of everybody to see. So they say, oh, okay, yeah, he ain't the one or she ain't the one to be messing with. You put them in the dirt. You don't play around with them. They've sat around and studied you, figured out how they're going to come at you and ask you these stupid ass questions that don't make any sense. You know, trying to lure you into a dumb conversation where there's going to be 2 or 3 of you, 2 or 3 of them triangulating you the whole time. Don't do it. Don't do it. When that one comes at you, put them in the dirt real quick and then keep it moving. Don't sit there and let them get back and say, no. Put them in the dirt real quick. Keep it moving. I don't put my glove down somewhere. Y'all got to look for it. But, hey, that was 10 ways to beat an old Bert and Ernie whole cartoon Muppet character ass narcissist at work. You know, you guys got the information. So if you get lured into a narcissistic conversation with these goofballs, it's your fault. I'm gonna drop my glove. I hope one of those kids didn't pick my glove up. I'm looking for this glove, y'all. Hey, talk to him a little bit. I'll try to make another video. Stuck myself in the face. That's good. Talk to y'all later.